This special edition of MNfluencers is brought to you by the Irish Fair of Minnesota. MNfluencers with the CW crew, DJ Vonix, Alexa Score, and John Foss. They've got you covered for everything happening in the Twin Cities, from fashion to sports to celebrities and comedy and music and influencers. The CW Twin Cities presents MNfluencers. On a special episode of MNfluencers, Alexa Score steps into the kitchen with Chef Sheila Mullen to create a traditional Irish potato dish. And Jordan Alberino steps up to the bar with Pip Hansen to create a delicious cocktail. But first, representatives from the Irish Fair of Minnesota tell Alexa and Jordan everything that's happening at this year's celebration.
Hey, it's Alexa and Jordan from the CW crew. We are joined today from a group from the Irish Fair, which is coming up here on August 12th to 14th. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, so for someone who's not familiar, what can they expect when they go to the Irish Fair this year?
Oh gosh, we have something for everyone at Irish Fair. It's a 3-day celebration. We have music, we have international, national, lots of local musicians. We've got 17 different dance schools. We've got comedy this year. We've got 160 events across 9 stages over the course of the weekend. So there's a little something. We've got lots of family-friendly activities, a little bit of whiskey tasting, and some beverage. Guinness is one of our sponsors, and we're pleased to have them there with us.
Excellent. So speaking of all ages, I know that there's a lot of stuff for younger people as well, so it's family-friendly, but what are some of the things that you guys look forward to most?
Well, I think for the little ones, there's a Wee Ones parade that'll be happening where they'll have costumes, I believe, cookie decorating, lots of beads, fun music. And then I think for kind of our age, the music is just really awesome, and it's really cool to kind of immerse yourself in that Irish culture and see the dancing and all the different bands. And like Laura said, there's really just something for everybody. So no matter what age you are, you'll find something that you probably will love once you leave Irish Fair.
It sounds like you have it covered across all facets. Now, is there anything new this year? What can we expect on a new front?
There is so much new. While we're on the topic of things that are good for our age, if you are in the media savvy age group, we are gonna have a great virtual scavenger hunt that's gonna send you all across the fair with a bunch of different activities. So some things you can expect to see that are new, like they mentioned the Wee Ones parade. We have so many great bands. We have actually a Scottish band. Nobody get upset. We do love our Scots called Scarabor coming. The Frail Sisters, while they play Irish music, do hail from Scotland. So we have so many great musicians as well as our old ones. The Wee Ones parade, just so many great activities. We've really poured all of our time into ensure that you guys have a great experience.
Is that music happening every night? Is there something going on each night of the fair?
Yes, there is. There's something going on. Pretty much, we start at 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and we have music and activities across all of these stages all day long. So we have a schedule on our website. People can check it out, but it is jam-packed. You can't turn around, and there's something new for you to check out. And I would add to what Bridget was talking about with the kids, we've also added this year a little spud run. So we're having for 2 to 12-year-olds an opportunity to do a spoon and spud, and so they'll do that on the sports field, which is also something we have. We have Gaelic football, hurling demonstrations, but a few activities for the kids that we're adding there as well.
Awesome, and obviously Barry, the amazing Irish Fair mascot, will be there as well, which is very, very important. What are some of your guys' favorite things? I know that you're into the dance, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did dance for a very, very, very long time. Those stages are just always so lively. And the people come to Irish Fair to see a lot of the dancing, so everybody just gets really into it. It's always a good time. I think the music is one of the biggest things that I like to go to as well, and Bridget will probably mention this, but there's just so many different concerts technically that you can go to throughout the whole weekend for not very much money. So it's kind of a steal to go and you get to listen to all these really, really, really fun bands.
Do you need to be Irish to enjoy the Irish Fair? Because I'm not Irish, but it sounds really fun.
Absolutely not. We will take you wherever you are from. I think one of the best things about being Irish is we love you. We don't care who you are. From the country to Irish Americans like us, we are so accepting. We want to have you here, and we just want to let you have a good time with us and immerse us in your culture just like we'd love to be immersed in yours.
How has this evolved? How long has the Irish Fair been around?
It's been around for, this will actually be our 42nd fair. We missed 2020, obviously, like so many of us did with the pandemic. But this will be our 42nd. So we've been building, I haven't been involved with it for 42 years, just so you know, but we've been building and growing. It started off as a little community event at St. Thomas, and we've evolved. We've been on Harriet Island since the year 2000, and we've just grown by leaps and bounds.
That is so cool. And is it truly traditional? Like, is this truly Irish?
Oh yeah, there's so much for people who, even if lots of people come because they have some Irish heritage, or they think and they want to check it out, or they've been to Ireland and they loved it, so they want to kind of repeat the experience. So that's part of what we're trying to create for people. When you go to Irish fairs, you feel like you get a little taste of Ireland. And the thing we want people to know is that Ireland, there's a traditional Ireland which has great traditional music and foods, but there's also the modern Ireland. So one of the things that we're really focused on is making sure that we invoke what current Ireland is like as well. So that's how we've continued to evolve.
What else is there to know? What else should we know?
Well, this year we are expanding our horizons a little bit. So we have music, dance, food, drinks, but this time we're gonna have an Irish comedy tour coming that we are so greatly looking forward to, so you can have a laugh along with your drinks and music. For kids, we also have a great musical instrument petting zoo for them to try out any instrument they would like to.
And we also brought back the Sunday Mass. So for those people who want to celebrate their Catholicism, they can come back on Sunday and join us for Mass.
Is there any way for people to get involved besides just attending?
Yes. In fact, I'm glad you asked that question because we really need volunteers. Irish Fair is powered almost 100% by volunteer work. The board of directors are volunteers, our interns are volunteers, and we have managers, and we staffed by volunteers. So you can go to irishfair.com, volunteers, and check out options to work at the Irish Fair.
Very cool.
Yeah, we got everything from bartending to parking.
Well, I know that people will enjoy themselves both. They'll have good eats, they'll have good drinks, and they will stay busy the entire time. And of course, that's happening at Harriet Island in St. Paul, August 12th through the 14th. So I'm excited. I'm interested in going. It sounds like so much fun. You guys are so excited.
Oh, yeah.
So thanks for coming in and sharing. We look forward to it.
Great.
Can't
Can't wait to see you.
Can't wait to see you guys there.
Up next, Alexa gets cooking with Chef Sheila Mullen.
Hey everyone, I'm here with Sheila Mullen from the Irish Fair. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you very much for having me.
We are going to cook a traditional Irish meal. Tell us about what we have going on here.
So this is going to be Coolcannon. So Coolcannon is pretty traditional. Like every home, there's probably a different way to make it all over Ireland. Every granny's going to do it different. I tried to modern up the recipe a bit. It's either traditionally kale or cabbage and potatoes and some spring onion, which we call green onions or scallions. And we're going to do it with kale today.
Well, this sounds very interesting. I don't think I've ever had a traditional Irish meal, so I say we get started, and me and Barry, the mascot for the Irish Fair, will kind of just watch you do your thing.
Yeah, my assistant.
Yeah.
So you can use any kind of kale you want. This is like an Italian or black kale, Tuscan kale. It comes like this. A little tip on how to get it off the woody stem is just to kind of slip it right off like that. And so we're going to start with sauteing it in a little bit of butter, or you could use olive oil. You can make this healthier. I mean, butter's not bad for you, but this is good Irish butter. See,
So
it's nice
that
and
would be
yellow.
traditional, though, the butter.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
We got to do it the butter way then.
Yeah, and if you can use cabbage. I have Napa cabbage over there. You can use Savoy cabbage, plain green cabbage, whatever you want, however you want. And this is often made with leftover mashed potatoes, or you can mash up your potatoes or boil up your potatoes ahead of time, which I've done.
So you have been involved with the Irish Fair for a long time.
Yeah, for a while. I mean, my daughter has been dancing with the Irish Fair for a long time, since she was really young. And so actually, she was about 3 months old the first time we brought her to Irish Fair.
Wow.
It was one of the first Irish fairs, and so got stuck in a rainstorm with our tiny baby. So I'm gonna just get this cabbage sauteed a little bit. And another tip for
Barry, how does it look? Look good? All right, is she doing well?
Doing all
Getting
right?
hungry.
Also, another traditional thing would be what they call spring onions, and we call them green onions, scallions. So we can just slice up a few of these, add those in for some extra flavor. And
I'm assuming you're Irish.
I am Irish, yes. And I actually, I went to cooking school in Ireland, sort of a later in life pivot in my world. And so I was in Dublin, at the Dublin Cookery School from January 2020 until, I was basically evacuated. I'm gonna chop up some of these greens for a little garnish at the end. And that's really nice, fresh tasting. And you can put in some parsley too, for a little garnish and extra flavor at the end. So once this is sauteed, it takes maybe 5 minutes or so. Just want to get it softened a little bit.
What kind of heat are you using to saute? Is it like a medium-high heat?
Yeah, about a medium-high. You want to get it, get some flavor on there. If you brown it a tiny bit, that's okay too. Again, this is not a really traditional Coolcannon. Traditional, they might have boiled everything.
Okay.
Boiled the cabbage, boiled the potatoes, and then maybe mashed it up a little and added some spring onions at the end.
But we've got the time to saute.
Yes, and it just adds flavor too. I think it just adds a lot of flavor. So I've I've boiled up the potatoes, and you can peel them. I don't, because especially if it's like a Yukon Gold, it just adds flavor, nutrition. So that's kind of a sacrilege, I'm gonna guess, in Ireland. I think they always peel their potato, but I'm going rogue this time. So pop in your potatoes, and you always want to mash before you add really anything else.
Barry, we might need you to mash, do some mashing. Yeah, he's like, let me in, coach.
And now this would be very traditional. You're gonna add a big knob of butter.
Lots of butter.
Yeah, at the end. Add in a little extra butter. Of course, potatoes need to be really well salted. And to kind of give it a little creaminess, add a little buttermilk. I have this recipe on my website if anybody wants it, and it's got all kinds of different ideas of what you can do with your Coolcannon.
And what is that website?
SheCooksDesign.com.
Awesome. And so you will be at the Irish Fair doing some demos.
Yep, I'll be doing some kids demos. We're gonna do some cookie decorating, and we're gonna make some cheese toasties.
Ooh.
And we're going to make some Irish wraps.
Yum.
So kind of trying to showcase that Irish food has really changed. It's not all boiled food. It's not all, they don't even eat corned beef. I mean, so yes, they used to boil everything, but they've really, the farm to table movement has really surfaced there too. I mean, if you think about the natural resources, the seed, the grass, I mean, that green grass is why this butter is so yellow,
Right.
and why their meat is so good. So
people might be surprised if they haven't had, Irish food in the modern age.
Yeah.
They might be surprised at what it is based on what they think.
yeah, exactly. So, of course, you always want to add a little fresh cracked pepper, and you can serve this right out of the pot. You can make it a one-pot meal. What do you think, Barry?
Can you smell that? Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so that is pretty much our Coolcannon. I mean, it's pretty easy, pretty quick.
So awesome.
And you can garnish with a little extra green onion and some parsley. You don't even have to chop it up, just throw
Toss
it in
it
there,
right in.
give it nice and fresh tasting. Maybe a little extra salt.
Yeah, that smells so good.
Yeah, and you're set. To go.
I feel like I want to taste this.
You can totally taste it. We do need to taste it.
Just one taste.
Dig in. Yeah.
All right.
Go for it.
I'm going for it here. This just smells so good.
Like the kale there for sure.
Oh yeah,
That's good. Isn't
it's
it?
awesome.
It's very humble, very rustic. It's not a fancy.
But it has a lot of flavor. It's not boring.
Right.
I mean,
It is not
some
boring.
potato dishes can get boring.
It's not
This
boring.
is not boring.
It's delicious.
Well, this is awesome. What is your favorite thing about the Irish Fair?
Oh gosh, I kind of think I have to say the dancing because of my girl, but she's been dancing for a long time. So dancing, the music is awesome. People, the dogs, those cute dogs are all. It's really fun.
Fun.
Yeah.
And the mascot.
And the mascot.
They're pretty fun too. Well, be sure to check out and look out for more information. The Irish Fair is coming up August 12th through the 14th in St. Paul. There's dancing, there's music, there's cooking,
food.
all kinds of fun things,
Lots of food.
everything that we love. So we hope to see you there.
Up next, Jordan gets his drink on with mixologist Pip Hansen.
Welcome everyone, I am Jordan and I am here with Pip and Shannon from O'Shaughnessy Distillery in Prospect Park. And we're gonna have some fun today. Well, Pip, Shannon, what's going on here?
Well, we are from O'Shaughnessy Distilling Company. We are a whiskey distillery in Minneapolis, and what we do is we blend the best of Irish and American whiskeys. So what we're doing here with Pip today is we are going to take our Irish and bourbon blend, and we're going to make a delicious cocktail that we're going to serve out at the Irish Fair this year.
It's called a whiskey smash.
It's called a whiskey smash, the best of both worlds.
Yes.
Irish, American, and walk me through the cocktail. Walk me through the connection to the Irish Fair.
So the cocktail is a pretty simple sour, which means it's got 3 ingredients basically: a spirit, something sour, lemon and lime juice, and something sweet. And the reason we call it a smash is because we smash some mint into it to give a little bit of aroma, make it taste a little better. And we're going to be serving this at the Irish Fair, as well as some delicious punch and some whiskey shots, and we're going to be throwing a little party over there with you guys.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And why the Irish Fair? What's the connection there?
Well, the O'Shaughnessy's are an Irish-American family, and it's really important to us to be a part of the community with us at the Irish Fair this year. And actually, it's our second time at the Irish Fair. We started last year. We just opened a year ago in August. So the Irish Fair was our first event that we did in the community, and so we're really excited to be there for the second time this year.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's very exciting. And let's walk through the drink bit.
Okay, cool. So a whiskey smash is not a difficult thing to make, but there are a couple tricks that'll make it taste a little more delicious. You're going to want to use a fairly rich sugar syrup. Just makes it easier if you make a sugar out of the syrup. So 2 to 1 sugar to water is helpful, and a little bit of heat to mix it in. That'll help dissolve it. And then you want some fresh lemon juice. So you want about an ounce of fresh lemon juice and about a ½ ounce of sugar syrup. And then you want about 2 ounces of, in this case, Keeper's Heart Irish and Bourbon. So all those go in your shaker, and then you're going to want to put some mint in there.
You can smell that mint from
Right,
here.
it smells great. And I would pick the leaves off the sprig and then keep the top, because you're going to put that on top of the drink.
Little garnish.
Exactly. So maybe people say 7. I like to go more like 10 or more. I like them minty. So you're gonna throw some mint in there. So then we're going to just press the mint a little bit with a spoon, back of a spoon or a muddler, or really anything you have. You don't want to break it. You just want to release some of the oils that are in the surface of the mint leaf. So if you want, you can let it sit for 5 minutes and extract some of the mint. But if you're too thirsty, you can just go ahead and make the rest of the drink right away.
Well, there's gonna be a lot of thirsty individuals.
There are.
At the Irish Fair, so. Just adding a little ice.
Yep, a little ice. So now we're gonna shake the mint with the drink with the ice, and then we're gonna strain it out. So I usually say about 10 to 12 seconds shaking. You wanna feel the ice on the sides of the shaker.
Sounds good, smells good, looks good.
Tastes good.
So, because there's bits of herb leaf in here, it's a good idea to get a little strainer and double strain it. And that'll catch all those, most of those floating bits. A couple floating bits aren't going to kill anyone, but you know, you want to get the big chunks out. And then you want to just garnish with the tips of those mint sprigs that you reserved earlier, and give them a little ruffle, a little smack. Oh, I'm going to do that again.
Fluff them up.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
So what you want to do is all the oils that are on the surface of the leaves, you want to just release that a little bit, but you don't want to bruise them, you don't want to like smash them up, you want them to look nice, but just be nice and aromatic. And then just roll them up.
Look at that. That's a beautiful
And
presentation
it goes.
right there.
Cheers. Slancha.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good.
Don't be jealous.
Wow. Thank you.
Cool.
Delicious. So, Keeper's Heart, where can you find it?
You can find it at our distillery in Prospect Park, and you can find it at any local bar or restaurant. And we are in liquor stores in 17 states and bars and restaurants in 17 states. So in less than a year's time, we've launched in 17 states, and we're just really excited with all the great reception that we've received. And come and see us at the Irish Fair, and then come and see us at O'Shaughnessy Distillery.
Growing and expanding across the country.
Yes.
Making Minnesota proud.
Yes,
And
we
Pip,
hope
will
so.
you be at the Irish Fair by chance?
I will be there. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll be shaking these up probably.
Okay.
Somebody's got to.
Well, Irish or no, it will be fun if you go. Harriet Island, St. Paul, August 12th through the 14th. There'll be games, trivia, and of course, delicious beverages. Thank you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alrighty.
Promotional consideration provided by O'Shaughnessy Distilling Company and SheCooksDesign.com. See more stories at the CWTC.com and like, follow, subscribe to, and love the CW Crew.